an avenue of sticks built with one purpose in mind: mating.
In a world teeming with life, animals employ a myriad of unique and often bizarre tactics to attract mates and ensure the continuation of their species. From complex dances to astonishing physical transformations, the quest for procreation is an arena where the ordinary turns extraordinary. This video delves into 15 such extraordinary animals, shedding light on their fascinating mating rituals without the filter of conventional categorization. Read on to explore the most captivating and sometimes shocking natural behaviors in the animal kingdom.
Males on the wing are advertising themselves to females with a bit of sexy skywriting.
Number 1. Bonobos. Bonobos, closely related to chimpanzees, are known for their highly social and at times provocative mating behaviors. Unlike many species where mating serves a primarily reproductive function, for bonobos it's a multifaceted social activity. Sexual interactions occur frequently and are not restricted by the female's estrus cycle. They engage in various forms of sexual activities, including face-to-face genital stimulation, which is rare among non-human animals. What makes bonobos stand out further is that their sexual encounters are not just heterosexual. They exhibit a range of sexual behaviors that includes homosexual interactions as well. This free-flowing sexuality serves several functions within bonobo communities, including tension relief, conflict resolution, and the formation of social bonds. In the bonobo world, it is common for sexual activity to diffuse social tension before it escalates into physical conflict. Where another species might fight over food, territory, or mates, bonobos are likely to engage in some form of sexual contact as a peaceful, bonding alternative. While sexual activity is frequent, it's not to say that bonobos don't have their own unique rituals and preferences. Females, for example, often engage in what's known as genito-genital rubbing, where two females rub their genital regions together. Males also have their own set of behaviors, including penis fencing and mounting. All these aspects make bonobos one of the most sexually unique and socially intriguing animals on the planet. Their mating rituals are not just acts of reproduction, but are deeply integrated into their social fabric, serving multiple purposes that sustain a remarkably peaceful and egalitarian society. Number 2. Albatrosses. Albatrosses, the iconic seabirds known for their impressive wingspans, exhibit one of the most intricate and enduring mating rituals in the animal kingdom. These monogamous birds often form long-lasting pairs that may endure for life, a commitment that requires a deeply complex courtship process. The ritual is a series of meticulously coordinated dances that can last for several minutes, sometimes even hours. Both the male and female take turns performing a variety of moves, including bill clacking, head nodding, and mutual preening, all while emitting a range of vocalizations. The dance is a carefully choreographed test of synchronization and understanding between the two birds, a demonstration of their suitability as lifelong partners. Every individual albatross has its own distinct set of moves, making each dance as unique as a human fingerprint. However, the basic components remain consistent across individuals and even species. The dance typically involves several key sequences: sky calls, where the bird points its bill upwards, mutual preening, where the two birds clean each other's feathers, and rapid bill circling, among other movements. The birds will repeat these sequences multiple times, refining their movements with each successive performance. It is as if the two birds are learning a complex, unspoken language, each motion serving as a word, each dance a sentence in a lifelong dialogue. Number 3. Bowerbirds. Bowerbirds, native to Australia and Papua New Guinea, have captivated scientists and nature enthusiasts alike with their elaborate mating rituals that center around an architectural marvel: the bower. A male bowerbird is an obsessive architect and decorator, crafting intricate structures to attract a mate. But these are not nests. These bowers are solely artistic installations designed to lure in females for mating. The male will build his bower from twigs and decorate it with a collection of colorful and shiny objects, ranging from leaves and berries to bottle caps and pieces of glass. Each species of bowerbird tends to have its own preference for bower design and decoration. But the objective is always the same: to create the most attractive bower and perform the most captivating display to win over a female. What makes the bowerbird's courtship ritual particularly fascinating is the male's meticulous attention to detail. Not only does he choose specific colors and items to decorate his bower, but he also arranges them in a particular sequence, often opting for gradients or particular patterns that are visually arresting. The male will even view his bower from the female's perspective to ensure it meets his aesthetic standards. And the bower is not a static installation. It is frequently modified and rearranged, especially after a failed courtship, to enhance its appeal. Once the bower is complete, the male bowerbird will initiate the next phase of the ritual, the performance. This involves a range of vocalizations, dances, and even mimicry of other bird species or environmental sounds. The objective is to entice the female into his bower for a closer look. If the female is impressed with both the bower and the male's performance, mating occurs. Afterward, the female leaves to build a nest and raise the offspring on her own, while the male remains to potentially court more females using his elaborate bower. Number 4. Red-sided garter snakes. In the plains of North America, the red-sided garter snake engages in a mating ritual that can only be described as a frenzied spectacle. Emerging from hibernation in spring, thousands of these snakes convene in what are known as mating balls, a swirling mass of male snakes wrapped around a single female. The visual is both astonishing and somewhat unsettling. Up to 100 males can be entangled around one female, each vying for the opportunity to mate with her. The competition is fierce and the conditions intense. Males have been known to die in the struggle for mating rights. The ritual begins as the snakes emerge from their communal dens, where they have hibernated in large groups to conserve heat and energy. Females are fewer in number and release a pheromone that attracts males. This scent is so powerful that males will often begin to swarm a female even before she has completely exited the hibernation den. In response to the pheromone signal, males engage in intense competition, sometimes resorting to deceptive tactics. Some males mimic the pheromones of females to divert other males away from the actual female, thus reducing competition. It's not just a matter of mere physical strength or stamina. There's also a biochemical battle happening. Male garter snakes possess 2 types of hemipenes, and they alternate between them during copulation. This anatomical feature provides them with a competitive advantage, as it enables more efficient transfer of sperm. Once a male successfully mates with a female, he leaves behind a copulatory plug, a gelatinous substance that blocks the female's reproductive tract for a time, thereby increasing the likelihood that his sperm will fertilize her eggs. Number 5. Fireflies. In the stillness of a warm summer evening, fireflies or lightning bugs enchant onlookers with their soft, luminescent glow. Contrary to the serene scene they set for human observers, these flickering lights serve a far more pragmatic purpose. They are intricate signals in a complex mating ritual that plays out night after night. Each species of firefly has its own unique flash pattern, acting like a sort of visual Morse code to attract a suitable mate. The males usually initiate the ritual by flying around and emitting flashes, while the females, generally perched on vegetation, respond with their own specific flash patterns. The intricacy of this signaling is impressive. Flash patterns can vary in many ways, including duration, frequency, and intensity, all of which are designed to convey different messages. Some patterns signal a willing readiness to mate, while others may act as a warning or even as a predatory lure. Timing is everything. A slight deviation in flash timing can mean the difference between attracting a mate and deterring one. For many firefly species, the female's choice of mate is influenced by the quality of the male's flash pattern, as it is often indicative of his fitness and ability to provide a nuptial gift of a nutritious spermatophore during mating. However, the firefly mating ritual is not without its dark sides. Some female fireflies are known for mimicking the flash patterns of other species. When an unsuspecting male of the mimicked species approaches in hopes of mating, the deceptive female eats him to gain nutrients that will aid in her own reproduction. This sinister behavior, known as aggressive mimicry, adds a layer of complexity to the already intricate world of firefly mating rituals. Number 6. Argentine bluebill, Argentine lake duck. The Argentine bluebill, also known as the Argentine lake duck, adds a peculiar twist to the repertoire of animal mating rituals. Native to South America, this duck species possesses a distinctive characteristic. The male has an unusually long, corkscrew-shaped penis that can extend up to 17 inches. This anatomical feature is especially intriguing given that most birds don't have penises at all, opting instead for a more rudimentary cloacal kiss for the transfer of sperm. The Argentine bluebill's peculiar genitalia have left researchers puzzled and fascinated, prompting studies to understand its evolutionary purpose. The mating ritual for these ducks is less about elaborate displays or dances, and more about a strategic anatomical matchup. During the mating season, male ducks engage in fierce competition to get access to females. Unlike many bird species where the mating is rather brief, the Argentine bluebill takes its time. Once a male has selected a female, or more accurately, once a female has approved a male based on his display of plumage and vocalization, the actual mating act is far from mundane. The male's corkscrew-shaped penis is believed to navigate the equally complex, labyrinthine structure of the female's reproductive tract. This anatomical compatibility serves as a form of mate selection only. Those males with the most suitable genital morphology are likely to successfully fertilize a female. It has also been suggested that this unique penile structure may have evolved as a countermeasure to the female's complex reproductive tract, which can prevent fertilization from unwanted males. Essentially, the complicated genitalia may function as a sort of lock and key mechanism that ensures only the fittest males get to pass on their genes. Number 7. Nursery web spiders. The mating ritual of the nursery web spider is a fascinating example of the lengths to which males will go to ensure reproductive success, involving not just elaborate courtship, but also a form of gift-giving that can be both a genuine offering and a deception. Native to Europe and North America, these spiders are named for the intricate silk nurseries the females construct to house their eggs, but it's the prelude to this egg-laying that grabs attention. However, not all gifts are what they seem. Some males resort to deceit by wrapping up worthless items in silk, presenting them as valuable prey. Females often uncover this trickery partway through consuming the bogus gift, and when this happens, the male typically has a shorter window of time for mating. In some instances, males have been observed giving genuine gifts initially, and then switching to fake gifts in subsequent offerings, as if learning to deceive. The gift-giving ritual serves another function: protection for the male. Female nursery web spiders are known for their aggressive tendencies and can sometimes cannibalize their mates. The act of presenting a gift, therefore, can be viewed as a survival tactic, providing the female with something to focus on other than eating her potential suitor. In the world of animal mating rituals, the nursery web spider's combination of chivalry and subterfuge makes it a standout. Through a complex dance of gift-giving, distraction, and even deceit, these spiders illustrate the multifaceted strategies that can evolve in the pursuit of reproductive success. Number 8. Pufferfish. In the sandy seabeds off the coast of Japan, male pufferfish engage in a remarkable act of underwater artistry. Using their fins as brushes and the ocean floor as canvas, they create intricate geometric patterns known as crop circles to attract a mate. The process is labor-intensive and requires a meticulous attention to detail, with some designs taking up to 9 days to complete. Each circle is about 7 feet in diameter and features a series of ridges and grooves, arranged in a strikingly symmetrical pattern. Once a female arrives to inspect a completed circle, the male faces a moment of truth. She examines the design carefully, and if it meets her standards, she allows the male to mate with her. After the eggs are laid and fertilized, she departs, leaving the male to guard the eggs and the intricate design he has so carefully crafted. Mating successfully completed, the male may then go on to create a new circle, starting the laborious process all over again. The dedication and artistry of the pufferfish are a captivating spectacle and were not even discovered by humans until 1995. Since then, they have served as a poignant reminder of the often hidden complexities of aquatic life. In the grand tapestry of mating rituals, the pufferfish stands out as an architect of love, combining aesthetic beauty with biological imperative in a compelling display of evolutionary artistry. Number 9. African elephants. When it comes to the African elephant, size and social dynamics play a critical role in the animal's mating rituals. Among the largest land animals on Earth, these elephants live in complex matriarchal societies led by an older, experienced female. The males, or bulls, usually live separately in smaller groups or lead a solitary existence, intersecting with female herds, primarily for mating purposes. The social structure dictates a highly ritualized mating process, influenced not just by biology, but also by intricate social interactions. During mating season, female elephants, known as cows, go into estrus, a period of sexual receptivity. The chemical cues emitted by the female alert nearby males to her condition. This triggers an increase in the male's testosterone levels and the onset of a condition known as must, a heightened state of aggressiveness and sexual activity characterized by the secretion of a fluid from the temporal glands on the sides of the head. A male in must will wander great distances in search of a receptive female, and once he finds her, will use his size and strength to fend off rival males. The more dominant the male, the better his chances of winning the right to mate. Though size and strength are important, so is social intelligence. Males often form alliances with each other to help fend off rivals and secure mating opportunities. Sometimes younger males will even serve as wingmen for older, more experienced bulls, aiding them in their pursuit of a female in hopes of learning and, perhaps, inheriting a higher social rank in the future. Once a male has secured his opportunity to mate, the act itself is relatively brief, but is usually followed by an extended period of companionship between the two elephants. This not only increases the chances of successful fertilization, but also fosters social bonds that can last long after the mating season has ended. Number 10. Flatworms. Flatworms, specifically marine flatworms, offer a unique and somewhat bizarre approach to mating that stands out even among the myriad of curious animal courtships. These hermaphroditic creatures possess both male and female reproductive organs, and when two flatworms meet for mating, a peculiar ritual known as penis fencing takes place. During this ritual, both flatworms extend their male sexual organs and engage in a duel, attempting to inject their sperm into the other while avoiding being inseminated themselves. This ritual is not merely a random act. It's a complex strategy rooted in both physiology and evolutionary biology. Given that both participating flatworms have the potential to be either the mother or the father, the ideal outcome is to inseminate the other flatworm and leave, avoiding the energy-consuming process of carrying and birthing offspring. The act of penis fencing is a somewhat violent affair, involving dodging, thrusting, and twisting, all in an attempt to penetrate the skin of the opponent and deliver a packet of sperm. The reason for this odd behavior lies in the costs associated with each reproductive role. Acting as the father and successfully injecting sperm into the opponent is far less taxing energetically than being the mother, who would then have to bear and nourish the offspring. Therefore, each flatworm is highly motivated to inseminate the other first, leading to these intense duels. However, despite their best efforts, there are times when both flatworms end up inseminating each other. In these cases, both will bear offspring, a less than ideal but still acceptable outcome from an evolutionary perspective. Occasionally, the fencing can be so intense that it results in injuries to one or both parties, but this seems to be an accepted risk in the high-stakes game of flatworm reproduction. Number 11. Sage grouse. The sage grouse, a bird native to the sagebrush landscapes of North America, engages in an extraordinary mating display that transforms quiet plains into bustling stages for their dramatic performances. The key actor in this ritual is the male sage grouse, who gathers with other males in specific communal locations known as leks. Here they engage in an extravagant display of physical prowess and vocalization, all to capture the attention of discerning females. The male's performance is a choreographed routine that involves puffing up a large white chest, fanning tail feathers, and inflating two yellowish air sacs on his chest. He then proceeds to strut around the lek, periodically emitting a series of popping and cooing sounds produced by expelling air from the sacs. The females arrive at these leks to judge the displays, choosing their mates based on a combination of factors such as the male's vocal performance, the size of his air sacs, and the vibrancy of his plumage. For the males, the stakes are high. Research shows that a majority of females usually mate with a very small number of males, often selecting the same top performers year after year. This intense competition drives males to put on increasingly elaborate shows. They will even engage in physical fights to secure the best spots on the lek, knowing that location can influence female choice. As remarkable as the sage-grouse mating ritual is, it's also fraught with challenges. The need for large, undisturbed leks and ample sagebrush habitats puts the species at risk due to human encroachment and habitat loss. Nonetheless, for now, the leks remain vibrant arenas where male sage-grouse vie for the privilege of passing on their genes, employing an intricate blend of aesthetics, strength, and strategy to win their mates. Number 12. Giraffes. In the vast savannas of Africa, the giraffe, with its towering height and elegant form, has a mating ritual that is anything but subtle. Male giraffes, also known as bulls, engage in a behavior known as necking, to determine who gets the privilege of mating with a receptive female. During necking, two males stand side by side and swing their heads at each other, attempting to strike their opponent's body. These powerful blows are delivered with a force that can sometimes topple the weaker male, and injuries, although rare, can occur. The purpose of necking is twofold. It establishes dominance and serves as a display of strength and fitness. A successful bull, having proved his mettle in these physical contests, gets to mate with the female. This ensures that only the strongest genes are passed on to the next generation, a harsh but effective mechanism for survival in the unforgiving African wilderness. Females, or cows, watch these displays and make their choice based on the performance and strength displayed during necking. It's not uncommon for several males to try their luck with a single female, leading to multiple necking contests before a winner emerges. Once a male has been accepted by the female, the actual act of mating is a quick affair, lasting only a few seconds, but it's the culmination of a long and rigorous selection process. Number 13. European earwigs. European earwigs offer a surprisingly tender counterpoint in the world of insect mating rituals. Unlike many insects where the male departs after mating, the male European earwig sticks around to provide post-mating care. He will guard the female and the eggs she lays, keeping watch for potential threats, and even helping to clean the eggs to prevent fungal infections. This level of paternal involvement is uncommon among insects and serves to increase the survival rate of the offspring. Moreover, the female also exhibits a high level of maternal care, taking over the duties once the eggs are closer to hatching. She'll diligently clean and protect the eggs, ensuring that as many as possible survive to the next stage of development. The tender interplay between male and female European earwigs provides valuable insights into the evolution of mating strategies. It highlights the fact that in the pursuit of survival, there is room for a range of behaviors, from the combative to the nurturing. In the case of the European earwig, it seems that cooperation and care have proven to be successful tactics, enabling this unique insect to thrive in a variety of environments. Number 14. Hooded seals. Hooded seals, found in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, have one of the most visually arresting mating displays in the animal kingdom. The male has a unique elastic nasal cavity and membrane which he can inflate into a large balloon-like hood that covers his head and upper body. During the mating season, males compete for the attention of females by inflating these hoods and making deep, resonant sounds that reverberate through the water. This is accompanied by aggressive posturing and occasional physical confrontations with rival males. The inflated hood serves multiple purposes. First, it acts as a visual signal of the male's size and health, important factors in the female's choice of a mate. Second, the sounds produced by the hood are thought to indicate the male's genetic quality, providing another layer of information for the discerning female. Finally, the display also serves to intimidate rival males, making it a multifaceted tool in the male hooded seal's mating arsenal. In this harsh, unforgiving environment where predation risks are high and food resources are scarce, the hooded seal's elaborate mating ritual serves as an effective strategy for ensuring that only the fittest males get to reproduce, thus strengthening the genetic pool of this fascinating marine mammal. Number 15. Porcupines. Porcupines, though prickly by nature, engage in a surprisingly delicate and complicated mating ritual. The stakes are high, as a wrong move could result in a painful encounter with the quills that cover the animal's body. Male porcupines initiate the ritual by approaching a female and performing a complex dance, all while carefully avoiding her sharp quills. The female, if interested, will allow the male to come closer. However, the real challenge comes next. The male must urinate on the female, a unique aspect of porcupine mating that tests the female's receptivity. If she is not interested, she will simply shake off the urine and leave. If she accepts, the two will mate, taking great care to position their bodies so that the male is not injured by the female's quills. The female usually takes on the responsibility of raising the young, and the male moves on, possibly to engage in further mating rituals with other females. This form of polygyny ensures that the male's genes are widely disseminated, increasing his evolutionary fitness.